We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do.
Hello, we are here for another episode of We Got Ish to Do, co-starring with Knowles today. Nola, Noli, Roly Poly Noli. My mom calls her Nola Noogs. Not really sure where the fuck she got that from. But it's hard though. I actually like it. It sounds like a biker woman or something. Nola May, if I'm not mistaken, is what her grandmother calls her. So yeah, she's here chilling with me. So today's episode is about me recovering from a layoff. Lord have mercy. I was laid off in April and didn't find a job or get hired. Didn't start a job till September. Ain't that something? This has been the brokest year of my motherfucking life. But it's crazy because although I haven't had all the money in the world, I've had a lot of great relationships, a lot of great experiences, wild experiences, very, very healthy communal, spiritual experiences. So the where, what, and how. So where I used to work remote, I will leave the company private because it's not important and I wouldn't want to try to play them. Because I do think I'll go to the what. I was laid off, but I do think that I was let go too because of how outspoken I was. I think it was kind of weird. I was promoted 2 months before I was laid off, which was confusing because I was even given an extra bump in money. So that was confusing. And I think because I had spoke up about the teams that I changed to, I started to talk about the new manager that I was promoted to change teams to, and I think she's trash communication wise. And communication is very important to me. Like if we're on a team together, and if you are, especially the leader of a team, especially a team that I'm on, if you a leader of something that we doing, you better know how to communicate, or I'm gonna be bothered. Now I would probably handle it a little bit softer, but I was angry because to me, I used to feel like, how the fuck can this happen for so long and it not be fixed? Like, why are things so, how can something be wrong for so long? Or how can something be not efficient for so long and no one do anything about it? But I realized the minute you let it happen, it's a lot of people are very comfortable with unproductivity or just the bare minimum or not producing as well as they can. And I don't judge that as much anymore because that's on them. But I am not like that. Wow, her ass is huge. You see, that's why you was looking over there. Cheeks for days and titties. Got distracted. So the what? Yeah, I feel like I was also let go because of how I was speaking up to the CEO about certain shit. Because it doesn't make sense to be promoted and then I'm trying to get her to sit down. It doesn't make sense to be promoted and then laid off. Like what you mean? So you didn't have the money, you do have the money. What's going on here? Because you could have gave me less money and I could have stayed on the same team. Like we could have worked it out, but I feel like you ain't really want to fuck with me no more, which is fine. So I took it personal at first because it's like, damn nigga, like, but now it's like, okay. I also felt like I messed up in July. The beginning of July, I had an opportunity to work a contract job on site every day, and I don't like working on site. I'm a remote freedom wanderer type of worker. I cannot stand going inside of a building and working. That is very physically challenging for my body type and my mind and body and soul. Like I just don't like that shit at all. Like it's not productive. It's I don't produce the best I can. So no, like sit down. Sorry. Edit that out. I like to work remote, but when I was interviewing, all the jobs that I was stumbling upon or getting any love from was on site, and I'm not that type of person. Like, I can't stand that shit. So that was very frustrating for me because I worked remote 100% the last 5 to 6 years. So for them to be like, hey, like before COVID, I've been on a remote tip because I used to be like, why are we in the office for this long? Like, this is stiff and very uncomfortable for people who aren't like this. Now, if you are like this, sure, whatever. But if you're not, painful, like, this is insane. So yeah, so it was a painful search to find a job because I had such high standards, and I still do, but I forgot to kind of lighten my load because I I think I had a lot of anger mixed in with, like, this isn't, I don't even want to really work a job in the first place because I'm a singer, I'm an artist, I'm a model. Nola knows. I think she's bothered that I'm filming this because she's not getting all my attention. Nola knows because she usually reacts to me extremely quicker than she is right now while you are showing off. Okay, she wants to poop. Okay, I can see her butt. Come here. Come here. Poop over there or something. Poop where I can see you. This is a dog, by the way. If you're not on the YouTube version, I am talking to a dog, not a human being. So I'm not asking a human being to poop near me. But yeah, so the who, what, why. The why, apparently they were making some cuts. And then why I messed up with the job in July, like, I never started that contract job because I wasn't ready to go back inside of an office I was not ready to go inside of an office 5 days a week. Like, I could not do it. I just could not do it. I went in the first day, I probably stayed like an hour, and then I gave them their laptop back. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Because I can't do shit I don't want to do. I'm not one of them people, and I don't want to do stuff for money. Like, I can't sell my soul like that. Like, I just cannot do it, bro. I'm way too stubborn and in my body and feeling good all the time to where I can't do certain shit I don't want to do. I just cannot. And I refuse. Fuck that. Plus, I know it's abundant, so I always was like, okay, if I can manifest this, I can manifest what I really want. That had kind of gave me the inspiration of, no, if I can get this, I can get what I really want. Wow, that just gave me an answer to something that I've been struggling with. I see what you did there, universe. But that's in every area. Every area. If you can get that, you can get what you really want because you did that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That's the answer. Okay. So, yeah. Now, at first I was extremely frustrated. This is to anybody who is laid off. What I would do now, like, at first I was really angry and stuff, but now the way that I would approach a layoff is do all the things that made me happy and focus on my crafts. Like, I focused on playing piano and singing and performing and meeting a lot of people, networking, going out to dance, having a lot of sex, doing all the things I love doing. But one thing I would really do is really, really being positive and believing that I can get the job that I want. I think I was discouraged because I had such great jobs before. I'm like, who the fuck is going to want to be better than what I already had? Instead of, don't focus on that. Just focus on what you really, 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 really want, period. Block all the other shit out, period. You know what I'm saying? Block all the other shit out, bruh. Wake up early in the morning and do that shit like it is a job. And do everything to increase your vibration. Eat well, sleep well, if you can, because I ain't had no money. So eating and sleeping well was very hard. Oh my God, my sleep was fucked up when I wasn't working. And I still haven't got paid from, I still haven't felt the rewards of my new job still. Because I still had to give all my money away. Like, my first check, I didn't see it. So I still, but of course, when you know money is coming, you can sleep better for some people. And I'm a very physical person, so I do like to see the tangible material results for things. I do. I love results. I fall in love with journeys when I'm having fun, so I always try to make sure I'm having fun. But I love results. But yeah, my advice to people who are, like, because a lot of people will be laid off. Like, yeah, I was one of the first people who went through that round of my life. but it will happen because the economy is shifting. So it's gonna be interviews that like 5-round interviews, 4-round interviews, 3-round interviews. I'm talking about like this shit taking months. This shit ridiculous. You got to meet with the whole team. Why the fuck I got to meet with the whole team? Damn, it's not just the hiring manager. Shit. And they asking crazy ass questions now. I'm talking about crazy questions, and they're asking more questions. Like before, they would probably ask like 8. Now these niggas are asking double, 16 off rip. This shit is crazy, bro. And it's very it can be very, very frustrating, especially when you don't want to do that, right? Like when you're getting a job to feed your passion. Working a job to feed your passion is hard enough, but when you have to interview to do it, you got to really be firm on your why. You got to make sure every day you go, okay, this is for this. Because the minute you sway and you be like, yo, then you're not going to want to do it because you already don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, so I'm still recovering. Now I'm able to remember, my wildest dreams again, being able to travel again, being able to, just take myself on a date, like actually splurge on myself. Cause yeah, I was doing self-loving things that were free, but bruh, I still like luxury. Like I'm a woman of many facets, and I like nice shit. It don't gotta be expensive, but some of the things I like is like a massage or like, someone else doing my hair and nails. That costs money, and that ain't even that's not super expensive, but it still costs money. And I love, to have people services. Like I don't try to skim people. I'm not gonna complain about the price or anything like that. But when you don't have the money, boy, is it frustrating. So that was like the weirdest time of my life, but it was so fulfilling in other areas though. It's weird, like socially lit, romantically lit. I had forgiven so many people, like important forgiveness things too, like important people, like people that I'm like bloodly related to, where it's like, wow, I really don't care about you anymore. Like not care about you, but damn, I really don't care about the injustices or what you did, because being laid off for me was such a renewing experience. I had to renew my whole fucking mindset and body, and I'm still shifting. Like it's weird because once you do start working, once you wasn't working for so long, now I have to shift and go, oh yeah, I can get this again, I can get that again, I can get this again. So I'm not just trying to make I'm not trying to make things stop bleeding. I actually am getting what I want, again, which it's been a long time since that's happened. Before it was just like, okay, let's just eat. Now it's like, okay, let's eat here. You see what I'm saying? Before it was like, okay, I gotta go to sleep. Now it's like, okay, silk sheets, which makes a difference to someone as sensitive as me. Like I'm not extremely emotional. Like I have to have emotion for something to like care about it for real. But I'm sensitive. I pay attention and I can feel everything. And because I can feel the textures and things, that right there, like a silk sheet may make me feel a little bit more comfortable to raise my vibration to feel good the next day. Like it'd be little shit for me. I love little shit, and I think that's why like I overcome adversity so much, because I really, really cherish the little shit. Like I have like an innate gratefulness, even when I'm angry, even when I am not, when things are not going very well. I do have an innate gratefulness that just don't ever fade. Like it just don't, because I'm always like, yo, the grass, the sun, dogs, like this shit is beautiful. I see beauty in everything. So whatever makes you happy, do that all the time when you are laid off. Also, try to take care of your health. I had lost 10 fucking pounds. I'm just starting to gain the weight back. And again, I still haven't even seen the money, but it's just a mindset of, okay, we back on now. So my new goal is 6 pounds, 6 more pounds, and then I'll be back to where I want to be. Really like 7 or 8 for real, but 6 will be where I can sustain this shit, where I know like, okay, we in this joint. Like I'm strong as fuck again. Okay, ballet, let's go, because I do ballet. And I had stopped ballet probably May or June to September I just started back up, and I'm so happy. I have this new teacher, man. He's dope. Um, Shout out to Shorty who referred him to me. You were right. He's amazing. Thank you. But like, since I even been doing that, it's like I can just already see the balance, and just you just got to make sure you're doing with all the other things that you can do. And that's with anything. When you could be facing something that's so fucking, like, it seemed like such a big task. Because to me it was a big task, because again, I already don't want to do it. Like, it's one thing if it was like, okay, let's submit or be in a contest, or let's submit a song to some. That's easy for me to do, rich or poor. I want to do it. But when I don't like working a job. I'm not a worker. I'm a producer. I'm a creator, you know. I'm a contributor to society, so working for someone else is very painful for me if I don't have the right team. Now, if I got the right team, it makes it so much easier, because the person I'm reporting to, I already want to just help out you, so I'm cool. The agreement that we made is easy for me to keep. But if you are not a good manager, employer, it's hard for me to work for you, because before I used to look at it like, okay, you're a piece of shit, I don't want to contribute and be on a piece of shit's team. But now it's like, okay, I'll contribute my gifts, whatever it is, whether it's accounting, whether it's analytical work, whether it's filing work, whether it's auditing work, whether it's whatever I agree to. Okay, cool, this is what you need. Now I look at it like I'm contributing my gifts, and however the universe wants to bless me back, it will happen. Whether it's, I don't look at it like it's for the reporting manager now. I look at it like it's for like the universe. It's for like the greater cause. Because let's say your company is trash, but somebody calls me and I have good customer service. Now that one person doesn't have to go through trash. At least that one person has gotten good quality service, and that's huge. It may seem small, but it's gigantic, because then that person can go and get off the phone and go, yeah, somebody like the girl, like people, customer service reps who have helped me, where I'm like, damn, man, all right, so now that I got that done, I can focus on other things. Because when our basic needs aren't met, shit can be really fucking, it can get real cloudy. Like, you could get real confused. Like, it could get real murky. Like, it don't be clear. There's not a lot of clarity. It's very confusing, because you got shit in the way of what you really want to do, or how you really seeing shit, you know? Like, if you wake up every day and you want to be like a carpenter, but you're the environment that you live has like niggas outside beating up niggas. So as you're walking to work, or wherever you're going, to the grocery store, I say you're going to the grocery store where you need to eat, you may be scared of niggas fucking with you to fight you. So now it's a block between you and your carpentry. Like, so being laid off was that for me. It was like, this is in the way of all the shit I usually do or want to do. Like, so it's very, very frustrating. Extremely frustrating. Extremely dark times. Because of anger. I was so angry. But then it was other times, like when I met Dr. Umar, you know, and he said, anxiety is the fear of the future, like worrying about the future, and regret is about the past, or something like that. So you got to be in the present. Stuff like that. Reminders like that. The sweet spot. My friends, my family constantly reminding me of what I already knew innately, and what I already knew because I've done it before, which was, you actually have to be positive. Like, you have no other choice. Like, because if you're not, it won't happen, period. If you don't think it'll happen, it won't. So you actually have to believe it. Like, that's the only way that anything that you want will occur in front of your eyes. You can get easier by imagining beforehand and actually believing that it will happen. So I say that to say, like, what I would do differently, you know, now, is just be insanely positive. And I was, but I wouldn't be committed to it. Sometimes I would go on, like, I would have a bad interview and then be back into like, man, fuck this shit. Now I'm like, no, this shit gonna go. This shit gonna go. Not because I needed it, not because of anything external, because I said so. Just because I believe it. Just because I forced myself to believe it consistently. Before, I didn't force myself to believe it consistently. So you have to make yourself believe the shit consistently. So you got to be committed to the goal. If you have commitment issues, it's going to be really hard for you to be positive. Because the minute something happens, you're going to go, ooh, I don't want this no more. And I struggle with that in one more area that I'm still trying to get together. And it's weird because I never really was usually like this. So I have to figure out, like, what is it? You know, like, what is it? Well, I think this conversation on this podcast today actually just solved it. It's like, if I can get what I already got, then I can get even more in general, whether it's out of that person or situation or not. It's still gonna come the way that I want. Like, it's still gonna come. Like, what I want is still gonna come. I don't know how it's gonna come. I don't know the way, but it is still gonna come because I believe it. That could be scary though, especially when you have so many disappointments, and also when you have like a fear of achievement because you're used to people hating on you, like you're the only person that's like achieving things around you, and you don't have other people around you that are winners too, or that go so fucking hard like you. Being scared of what you actually want can happen easily. Like, sometimes I struggle with that because I know, like, I'm hated on heavily, like, because people may think that things that I do is easy, right? Like, I had did a performance where I was singing, and it was to a piano, but I'm teaching myself piano, but the guy was so impressed, like, damn, you already know a lot of things on your own, like, what the hell? And then like some guy came up and was hating, what do you need us for, you know? And it's annoying, you know, but I try to remember, like, the light and the dark has to happen. So the fact that I'm happy, it has to have adversity somehow, some way. Somebody had to come and do that. So that makes sense. It's kind of like I'm taking roll now. Like, yep, there goes the negative. Got it. But when it's so much, like, the happier I am, the more negative. Sometimes it could be scary, only because as a woman, sometimes men can be like aggressive to me, and it can be a little scary because I'm from the hood, so being attacked is a common thing where I'm from. So I'm usually like, yo, I don't know, like, being this vulnerable may get me got, but then it's like I can't do nothing about that. Like, I have to believe that I'm protected, you know. That's hard for me though. Like, that's probably one thing I'm struggling with still, because the more achievements I gain, the more people go crazier with these attacks and boundaries. So, and trying to disrespect my boundaries. So it is scary. It's scary, but I'll get better. I'm working on it. Like, just trying to believe that I'm protected even more and more and more and more. Some days I'm great at it. Some days I'm more like, bro, I don't know. Like, I'd rather shoot the niggas before they shoot me. You know what I mean? I'm from Philly, for anybody who doesn't know, and not trying to say that Philly's a horrible place at all. It's just with my upbringing and the things that I've seen, and the things I've seen as an adult, as a grown-ass woman outside of Philly, has been just, the shit I've been through has just been ridiculous because I am so free. I think it had allowed people more room to enter into my vulnerability or space. Like, right now, somebody could just come up, right? Because I'm literally free. Like, my bag's right here. Like, I'm by myself, you know? But in the park, I feel safe. I'm talking about, like, when I'm, like, in the clubs. Like, at night is when it happens. When men come, they scream, see, whoa, like. And it happens so much. You know, a lot of times, I'm great. I block it out. I don't feed it any energy. I don't care at all. But sometimes it's like, yo, you're doing so much. I feel like I have to shoot you. Like, And I have no desire to kill anyone. But I do have a desire to get you to fuck out my face. So much that I really, really want to I want to physically move you out of my way. Because when I said no nicely, no, I'm good, thank you, no, I'm good, thank you, no, I'm not interested, no, I'm ignoring. When I'm saying it with the inside voice, you're not listening, and then I yell, and then you buck up more. It's like, golly, somebody off this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it. So please respect my boundaries if you ever want to please me. But yeah, I'm getting better. So even if you don't want to please me, at some point in my life, it will just literally be water every day. Some days it is. A lot of days it is. I go months where I'm like, wow, I'm lit. But then it's other times where it's like, yo, my period is on. I'm tired. Get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, oh, no, we can go here now. God bless you. We can go here now, nose. So yeah, that wraps it up though, because that had nothing to do with being laid off. But that's just a part of, if you are scared of other things, it'll show up when you have to manifest certain things that are hard for you to manifest. Things be popping up because you got to address them. And apparently that's what I had to, those are some of the things that I had to address. So that's how that goes full circle. Can you comment, especially on YouTube, comment below if, I just realized they put a basketball court in the middle of the park. I love black people, bro. They bring their own fucking basketball court. Yes! What? In their own basketball. In their own, like, bleachers. Like, what the fuck, bro? Love us, bro. I've seen some of the most astronomical black events this weekend. It was Spelman Homecoming. It was Spelman Homecoming. Then it was CAU Homecoming last weekend. This month has been black as shit, and I love it. This month has been black as shit, and I love it. If you ain't black, you can't even, oh my God, she doesn't care about other people. I didn't say that. I just have a lot of black pride. I love being black, and I love being a woman. But anyway, yeah. Comment if you're on YouTube specifically. Like, you can comment on Instagram too, but comment on YouTube if you've been laid off this year and how your experience was. What was the craziest question that they asked you? The craziest question that they asked me was, has there ever been a time that you broken the company policy to fulfill the job duties or something? And I said no, and they were like so disappointed. I'm like, nigga, you want me to be a fucking criminal? Like, I'm an accountant. That would be actually going to jail. Like, what? But yeah, what is the craziest question that they have been asking you? And how many rounds have you went? I went through a 5-round interview. That shit was a month and a half, still didn't get the job. Y'all are a piece of shit for that. Fuck you niggas. Like, stuff like that was making me discouraged, because that's fucked up. Who the fuck has time for this shit, nigga? Like, y'all are interviewing people that y'all think have a job already. No, nigga. If you don't have no job, you can't go on no fucking 2.5 month interview. You could die of starvation by then. Like, what the fuck? By the way, if you also need resources, the food pantries where you live, and some of the clothing, like the Salvation Army, it's a lot of programs that will give you clothes, work clothes, food. I'm promoting them because they actually help me food wise. Of course, you can apply for food stamps and unemployment, but the food pantries and the resources have been extremely helpful, and they're very easy to attain. Of course, you have to have like ID and stuff like that. So if you're a foreigner, I'm not really sure how that works. I think you can give like green cards, or like just show up though. Just ask too. And I got into every place for free, and it's still occurring. I got into every place for free. Just ask people if you need help. Just ask people when you need help, because people will actually help you. That's what I also learned, was to receive more help. That was a cool lesson, because it's like, thank God that I actually do have the help that I thought I always deserved. But I'm so what is it called? self-independent. I'm so independent anyway. I'm not one to initially think, oh, let me depend on someone else, but I know now I can ask, and it's all good, you know. Um, yeah. So, I think that wraps it up. Did I talk about everything? Yeah. Just ask for help. Just ask for help when you need it. Does he want to be on the camera?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you can come behind me.
Come.
Where y'all from?
From here.
From Atlanta?
Yeah. He was born and raised in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah.
You were too?
No.
Yeah, where are you from?
Israel.
Okay, yeah, I heard the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. You want to say hello? Bah. 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 No.
They can't see you.
Say hello. Bah. Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, that concludes it. Not really sure what that was about, but we got Israel in the building. You know, international. Shout out to my international fans. Y'all know I love y'all a lot, way more than like the American ones, cause y'all actually understand me. I feel like y'all are less to assume and judge as fast as Americans. I think Americans have like this. Whoa, nose. I'm sorry. It's my friend's dog. She's very snappy sometimes. I don't know why. Nose. Oh my God. I mean, damn. I'm sorry not to claim you in person like that, but you be trying to fight everybody, bruh. Like, I fuck with you, but like socially sometimes you could be a lot, my nigga. We need to get you some anger management issues. You're a little bit worse than me, babe. You do not be fucking with people, bruh. Oh my God. I thought you liked children. Apparently she don't like children either. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this up because now the whole family is staring at me. They're deep, so I'm probably gonna have to go soon. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm Raven Richards. This is We Got Ish to Do. Recovering from a layoff episode with Nola, May, Nola, Nugs, Roly Poly Nolly, Roly Poly Nolly. My nigga.